Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War, soon to be campaign 25, week 0. So of course it's the in-between week of everything, so there is very little going on as far as that is concerned. The biggest thing we have going on all week, of course, is the Vault event weekend, but beyond that, everything happening this month is basically next week. We'll get to fully see all the stuff that's really changed with 8.8, as most of it affects next Guild War, which starts on next Thursday. We have ourselves the new Talk Like a Pirate Day pet, and of course we end up having Guild Wars, which I just mentioned will take place on those 4 days, which also utilizes the 4.4 patch. Also, hello everyone, and gosh, thank you so much. Hello Ron, hello hello Chad, and thank you for the continued support. And again right there, thank you. And hello Jets, hello Chad again, and thank you again Ron as well. Thank you. Hello Isabel, hello Stacy, hello Cookie, hello everyone else. Welcome. Okay, so game plan. Since there's not too much to do this week, we're mostly just clearing out weeklies. Of course, we have the Stryx World event. End up getting a bunch of magic for this. Also, first time we really get to mess with what's his name maxed out. Probably one of the only few times we really get to use them, so might as well get our value out of them. We end up doing it near the end of last Guild War, just to kind of mess around with it. But Teleco end up getting shinied. So he's a little bit more viable now. He now has quad damage instead of triple. So in the case of a Queen Zachi team, you can use them as your final attack to basically clean up the enemy team. Obviously not that big a deal compared to just running double Queen Zachi, but improves it a little bit as a finisher option, especially if the enemy ends up having resummon or some kind of way to not take damage in some way. You could easily clear up whatever the final troop or two are from that, a lot easier than if you had to keep spamming Queen Zachi over and over again. So probably not going to be that big of an improvement, but it's definitely an option that we can end up utilizing, so we'll go and try it out. But beyond that, the only other thing we have is Vault event weekend this weekend, so I guess we'll go open all the rest of the Vault keys we haven't opened yet. We have 63 of them, so we'll hand out codes based on anything we get during all that, which reminds me, where's my code section? I don't have my code section open right now. One moment, where even are my thingies? 1 second. Codes, where are you? There you are. Found them. That's not it. There it is. Found them. And let me go get some. Is that the right one? There you guys go. There is a redeem code. Enjoy, everyone. Yeah, we'll have a bunch to stream. And we'll hand out one for every good drop that we get during the Vault keys a little bit later. Oh yeah, you know what else we can go open too for a little bit of luck? Let's go do our 3 deed books. Not there. Let's go do our 3 deed books. See if we can get one. Come on, purple. That's not purple. Come on, purple. That's not purple. Come on, purple. Though we did get one last set. The previous 3 we did end up finally breaking our like 30 dry purple streak. But yeah, still want to see them. Obviously all of them we need, but purple is the most beneficial as we still are 1 kingdom short of max magic. We're missing Blighted Lands at the moment. And I need, how many is that? 3. I'm missing 15 purple deed books. After that we'll have max magic, which is effectively max stats. There will obviously be some HP, armor, and attack that we don't have. However, magic is by far the most useful one of those 4. So we kind of have max stats once again, once we end up getting that, which we haven't had for such a long time due to this new upgrading system that they added years ago. But yeah, we're really close to getting max magic. Just need that last little bit of push on the purple deed books, but hopefully we'll get them in time. Anyways, let's go to World event. We already got the team all set up. Let's go over there. Only real big event that's really going on other than Vault event weekend this week. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Wait. I think this will auto upgrade. Let me go do this. And then do this, but only 1. Because if I go do this, it should get upgraded. Though the main thing I need to see is if we get another medal. Okay, we do. I actually need to go back to that menu. Never mind. Yeah, it does get auto upgraded. However, I have another one I can go set. So let me go set that instead of that. It's a smaller one, but still worth it. For 200% damage. There we go. Alright, that should be everything we need. Let's get into it. Yeah, no, I shouldn't need to change anything. Just get Wanda Stars immediately to full mana. Cast to get everything else to full mana. Spam Queen Zachi until they're in Teleco range, and then kill with Teleco. There's the game plan. You got the Sleeper Mythic. Any good teams? We covered video for last Friday. Overall, the answer is mega no. It is so bad. Because they end up nerfing it last minute, because it was originally going to get Silence Curse, which would have been so insanely strong. But when they end up nerfing it, they forgot to make his ability do anything. Because the whole reason his ability was so bad to begin with was because his final trait was so good. But then they nerfed the final trait but didn't buff his ability. So now he has a bad final trait and a bad ability. Oh yeah, I forgot to go over the point system for the video, didn't I? Because I actually don't even know what it is. let's see, homepage. What is the scoring system? It's just not do this battle, right? The weekly, beakly, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, just don't do Spider Queen. Yep, they're all Spider Queen. Wonderful. Yeah, Spider Queen's the only one you want to avoid. I think I forgot to mention that for the video. But generally, it's almost always lowest rarity. I'm still kind of surprised they haven't put anything in game that kind of tells you it. You still have to check a third-party resource whenever you want to check. Luckily, it normally is rarity order, but sometimes it's not. Though a lot of times recently, they haven't just been doing rarity order, which is nice again. Hello, Mulu, if I didn't say hello earlier. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys been having a wonderful start of your week. In the downtime week before we get to the mega week that has everything going on. I'm not sure why they love to do that. They always love to have like a week of absolute nothing followed by a week of absolute everything. Because we have like 3 to 4 different things going on next week. The 8.8 patch being fully initialized. The Guild Wars associated with it. As well as Talk Like a Pirate Day pet. So definitely pick that up. Oh, that reminds me. I didn't get codes for this month yet, did I? Because I don't think I have Talk Like a Pirate Day pet thingy to go hand out. I didn't even think about that just now. I don't think I've gotten September redeem codes yet. Luckily we have such a reserve that's not going to matter too much. But I might need to go poker soon. Unless I got it, I just didn't realize it. I'll need to check Discord later. She might have sent it the other week and I didn't even notice. Very possible. Is this enough damage? It should be, right? Yeah. Oh no, the resummon though. See, that's what he's for. He's for getting the kill at the end. Though I think she actually does have enough damage to kill, so we'll just go for her. But if she didn't, that would be a great teleco angle to make sure to go clean them all up. So after we clear out this, we'll go open every last Volky we have so we have a nice clean streak going into the weekend. Nice solid 0 so we could easily see how many we get. They've definitely been slacking a bit on Vault weekends recently. Most because a lot of the loot that are in them we don't really need anymore. I would say out of anything we need to be grinding in the game that can be infinitely grind, it's mostly Explore 12. We actually really need to get back on the token grind. As we're getting to the point where tokens are going to be the thing that bottlenecks us from upgrading kingdoms rather than deed books. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting really close to the point where medals will be our bottleneck. Whereas for the last several years, it's been deed books for like, what, 5, 6 years? Very long while. There are teams for the new Mythic, but they won't be good, pretty much. Like, you could build a team out of any troop in the game. But its usability is within question on some troops. But technically, every team can be built into a team. Or, you know, every troop can be built into a team. Oh yeah, that's something we haven't polled yet. Let me go poll that. Start a poll. Do you like the new font change to Gems of War? Like it? Neutral? Let's see. Did I spell neutral right? I'm pretty sure I did. Hate it. Yes, I forgot. This is our first stream since that change. I've covered videos since then, but we haven't done a stream since then. I don't know, I'm kind of neutral to it. Like, I don't hate it, but I wouldn't really say it's an improvement. Isn't the new font just the old font brought back? Is it? It's been so long, I honestly don't know. Because that font was all the way back in like 2016 or 2017. So we're talking like a good like 7 or 8 years. So I do not remember. That was a very long time back. Is it really? How to switch the font? I don't think there's a way to switch it. You feel bad for mobile players though? Why is it worse on mobile? I was playing on mobile and it didn't really seem that much different. If anything, I feel like I noticed it more on PC because the text is so much bigger. Like the text is so small on mobile that I wouldn't say it looks the same, but it's like you don't see the difference as much. Yeah, I've only been doing basic dailies on mobile, so I haven't really gotten to like play on mobile since the change. But it seemed pretty normal. Oh yeah, we get that free 10 extra damage. I almost keep forgetting about that. I believe it's every yellow we take, we get a, oh, it's every extra turn. We get a poke onto the enemy team. It doesn't help that much with Queen Zachi, but it makes Teleco get better kill range, as it chips them down into one-shot range. Yeah, this is pretty much one of the only, if not the only times we're ever going to use the shiny mythic, or shiny epic, I mean, or legend. I'll eventually get the rarity right. After this week, we probably won't use them again for like another year. But hey, at least we're getting some value out of them. Yeah, Paul's majority, I like it right now. Yeah, is this actually really the old font that used to be in the game? Because I actually don't even remember back like 8 years ago what it was. It's been so long. Because so many graphical things have drastically changed since then. A double resummon, oh no. Though in all fairness, they have a 100% chance of that happening. I just realized it's going to be something that's in a lot of these battles, isn't it? I wonder if it's worth bringing stun. The problem is it's Stryx, so the only way we have to stun is hero. I don't think any Stryx has stun other than hero. Because that means on every single one of those battles, they're going to always resummon. Which means we're always going to need the Teleco for the cleanup then. For earlier battles, it won't matter as much, but for the later battles, Queen Zachi won't one-shot the resummon. Like, on a battle like this, you won't be able to one-shot it, but Teleko should. Good scoring this week. World Event should be an easy one. Yeah, that's one thing that's always weird with World Event. It always has like a slightly different scoring system. Sometimes it's absurdly easy, and sometimes they make it ridiculously hard for no apparent reason. Oh, we're already out of all of our battles, but there we go. Puts us right in the middle. Yeah, it looks like we scored a little bit better. That or it could be Valhawk difference. Ah, there we go. That was just for tier 3. Alright, so other things. Dungeon. Oh, excuse me. Dungeon Lord. We'll do that daily in a second. Campaign, not until next week. This event we literally just did. Dungeon, let me go do that now. We have a daily for it as well. And of course, we immediately hit double trap. Wonderful. Yeah, let's go do these. Not with Ironhawk team. Wrong team. That was when we were showing the video earlier. Daily quick kill. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. Oh no, my win condition. Come back. That's the only problem with this team order. Especially since we're not running Stryx, and this thing has literally 0 reduction to skulls. It's probably its biggest downside compared to Stryx. Like, you just look at it with a skull and it dies instantly. Oh, so that death mark is eventually going to get us. We got our last slot. Didn't get our win condition yet, though, luckily. Alright, final battle we need here. And then we'll go clear out PvP, and then we'll go open 1 billion Volkies. And by 1 billion, I mean however many we have left, which I think is like 60, 70 something. Alright, there we go. Oh, I still have my medals on. There we go. Okay, so everything here, good to go. Underspire. Oh no, am I doing Underspire this week? How do we feel about Underspire? What do we have access to again? I don't know, this might be a free battle week. Like, the team's not bad. It definitely has mana accumulation going for it. I just feel like this would be a really annoying one to go all the way through with. Especially since we have Vault Weekend. And that time would just be better spent doing Vault Weekend, so we might just do free battles. More so because our time would just be better spent doing the Vault Weekend rather than trying to clear out whatever last battles we need for Underspire, I mean. We could just be doing Vault Weekend grind instead. But one thing I do want to grab right now while we're here is give me that lantern. Just so I don't forget to pick it up later. He's opened 500 volts. Nice. Yeah, they're pretty quick to open, but they still take a while if you have a big stack. You want the quickest win team in the game. It's still like, what, 3 wins a minute? So the best you could do is like 180 an hour. Even in like best case scenario of Stryx or Flower Dragon spam. Like, you know, turn 1 Stryx or turn 1 Flower Dragon. Wait, even in that situation it caps out at like 200 an hour or something. Normally closer to 180 if you actually want to look at your loot and not just spam click it each time. Yeah, honestly, Underspire is not that bad this week. And you don't even need that much to make it work. All you need is the Explodey weapon that's in Soulforge, the Empower Troop that's in Event Keys, And double Queen Zachi from Stone Song area. And if you have a Teleco, use the Teleco. Or, you know, if you have shiny Teleco, I mean. But otherwise, just use a second Queen Zachi, you'll be fine. It is a perfectly fine week to go all the way. I'm just not going to just because it's Vault Weekend. If it wasn't Vault Weekend, we probably would. Definitely at least in the midsection. So hello, Timmy. Welcome, welcome. You finally managed to get Chrysathanax? Nice. From the new dragons, but find it a bit underwhelming. Really? Compared to when the AI controls it? Oh, you mean the AI getting lucky on you? Yeah, the one other issue of that, why you might feel that, is the PvP extra damage. Because a lot of times in PvP, especially if you're in the Dark Alliance thing, the enemy will have more stats than you. So I could definitely feel like their Flower Dragon is way stronger in that regard. Because it actually is, stats-wise. So hello, Laura. Welcome, welcome. You somehow end up getting 2.5 weeks behind in the campaign. Still managed to finish it? Nice. Here's one nice thing about the campaign. You could literally do the entire campaign in the final week if you really want to. Like, it is infinitely grindable. It would take a while, but, yeah, you can just infinitely grind it whenever. Which is nice. Yeah, the new star system is definitely a bit slower to earn compared to the old star system. If you target farm it by doing Explore 4 over and over again with like a quick kill Rowan team, particularly on the Vault event weekend. Oh, then again, never mind, it won't align with the campaign because we don't have one. But using a team like this on Explore 4 or whatever you have that's really quick, this can end up bracketing that out in like 30 minutes. Like the entire campaign in a week. Which means the entire 10-week campaign could be done with a team like this in like 5 hours. So it's not too bad. Like the whole 10-week campaign could be finished in 5 hours using a basic mid-game team on Explore 4. And just do that over and over again in like Cinemirage or some similar location on Explore 4. It doesn't work on Explore 1 to 3, which is why I say 4. Alright, we did all that. Underspire check, dungeon check, vault keys soon. Exactly 64. Alright, let's go to PvP real quick and then we'll go head over there. I saw that we had Dragon on the video earlier. So we'll definitely do that. And then I guess we'll just get our magic buff. Oh yeah, we can use the new thing as well. We can go to buffs and, you know what, let's get spell reduction buff. Spell reduction buff's pretty nice. Let's go for spell reduction instead. Oh, we gotta build a yellow team though. Well, isn't my central team already yellow? Pretty sure it is. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab that. Alright, there we go. But yeah, you can use this new menu now. This was something added in version 8.8. But not that menu. If we go to buffs. Yeah, it has all this stuff now. So if you want to check for any specific thing like magic, we can see all the magic buffs that you can end up getting. Or if you want some kind of skull buff, I'll bring up every single thing that has any amount of skull damage or even the skull mitigation. But yeah, nice little menu for all this. And actually give me the spell reduction back. So we'll just type in spell, give me the 25% spell reduction, which goes up to like 45, 55, whatever it was. Alright, there we go. I don't think I need to change anything else. You can also do it by location a few other things. But doing it by the specific buff is probably the most convenient one. Especially since you could search for it by word. Wait, that was something that was added last week in the 8.8 patch. Yes, Explore 4 counts. It is the lowest level Explore that still counts for getting the campaign stars. So if you ever want to get them done very quickly on a given week, or if you're near the end of the campaign and you just want to grind them all out, if you haven't already gotten them, yeah, Explore 4 is by far the quickest way to do it. Just do a one-shot Explore 4 team, ideally with like Rowan or something quicker. Yeah, it's pretty quick. These are getting about 3-4 wins a minute. And of course you need 100 stars per week. So that comes out to about 30 minutes. You haven't been feeling great? Oh no, hope you feel better soon. My tooth's still really been bothering me lately. Hope I'm not going to need to get like another one pulled or something. There's just no way I can afford like a cap and everything for it. Like I heard the price of what it was without insurance earlier. I was like, nope. Like it was just under like 2,500. And that's just for one tooth. I was like, gosh, this thing is tanky. I know we're at like absurdly high stats, but wow. Yeah, no wonder why. 50% spell reduction, that will do it. Oh, thank you, Tyrion. Yeah, I haven't claimed mine yet. I need to go do that. Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, I'll go get the bucket moose later. Alright, let's go do the dragon team here. Oh, it's already saved from last time. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, I've been having a lot of weird teeth issues the last few years. All 4 should be available by the 30th. Nice. Also, thank you, Isabel, for the continued support. For 68 months, you deserve all the plushies. Oh yeah, you know what Genki sent me earlier today too? It seems like that game is getting farming soon. Or, you know, farming animals. Because she sent me a trailer of a bunch of chickens that are coming to Palia. Tell me you're not right. You have so many plushies it would barely even make a dent. Get all the chickens? I definitely will. I will have to come back to play that game for at least one day just to go get a bunch of chickens. I'll even build an entire house around them so they have a place to live. We'll finally build a house on our plot of land. But not for us, just for the chickens. We'll keep living on the outside. Where all of our resource farming things are. The main reason I haven't built a house yet in that game is I'm always like very completionist when it comes to a lot of stuff like that. So I want to have almost like every cosmetic in a game before I decorate a house. Otherwise there might be cosmetics and other things that I might get later down the line that I'd want to replace out other stuff for. So I like to just decorate once and be done rather than have to redecorate like 5 different times. But the problem is I never got to that point in the game where I was like deep enough to do that. So I never got around to it. It's why our Animal Crossing island was like half done. Because we did get to that point, but there was just so much land to do it for. Since you have to do an entire island rather than just a house. Because our house was fully decorated, but the entire island was never finished. Just because it was so much land compared to doing one building. Alright, there we go. Well, that's done. Did I bother doing the 3 daily battles? I have not. Let me go do that right now in Central Spire. And that will be all PvP dailies completed. And then the only thing left we have to do is open every last Volkey we have. We have 64 of them. We'll hand out a code for every good drop we get. And then we'll be ready for Vault Event Weekend this weekend. I'm not sure if we're going to do a stream for... Oh, wait. There's our achievement thingy. 25 wins in PvP. That was a new thing that was added in version 8.8. Oh, you know why that probably didn't trigger yet? I think I did my battles earlier on mobile. Because I could have sworn I already did 25 wins. But I did it on mobile, not on PC. Because this is the first time since the 8.8 patch I'm really like mega grinding on PC. Other than just recording the videos. Whereas all my dailies were done on mobile, so it never triggered on Steam. But there it goes. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're doing a stream for Vault Event Weekend on Friday. I guess we will. Might as well. It just, we're so late in the game, I feel like we just had so much less incentive to really go for Vault Grind. I still want to grind it some, so might as well. Alright, that's all of our battles, right? There should be more than enough. Yep, we're good to go. Alright, every single daily done here. Another seasonal goal completed. Still got several handfuls of them to go complete later. But you know what? Let's go open all of our burning chests we have right now. See if we get anything lucky. Nothing. Nothing. 2 times in a row. Nothing. 3. It's just gonna give me 6 sets of gold marks. We already got 3 in a row. Okay, we got 20. Oh, this is a new guy. He's not that important. I guess it's an objective for getting him to a certain amount of upgrade. And there's one from the other old seasons. And then some useless silver marks. Okay, that was pretty bad. I think I can upgrade the guy though, right? Do I have enough, or is that slightly short? Nope, I do have enough. I think that's close to one of the objectives as well. Getting to like level 3 or 4 or whatever it was. So we should have another one right over here, which we can go open that one too. Yep, there it is. Alright, let's go open that and see if we get anything. Nope. Double silver mark in a row. Also, we're still missing 2, by the way. I'm still missing the one from like 3 PvP seasons ago, Immortal Gemini. And I'm also missing the one from the current season of Immortal Leo. We also still never got the achievement for getting 3 of these to level 10. We're getting somewhat close. But I think I only have 2 at level 10 right now. Immortal Glacia, because we bought the season pass when she was around. And that's it. Oh, and this one. Because she was one of the focused ones that 1 week. Even though I didn't buy the pass for it, we ended up getting, you know, a lot of copies of her. Same reason why we have a lot of copies of this one and this one. It's just because they were the focused one for a given week, so you were able to accumulate a lot more. Also, I just realized, the focused ones can end in 5. All the other ones will always end in 0. Because you only ever get them in 10, 20, and 50 copies. But the other ones you can get 45 at a time sometimes. So it's kind of funny. Because you can only ever have that happen with the focused immortals. The other immortals could never be like that because you never get them in any increment that's ever not a 0 ending. Whereas the other ones, you can get them increments of 45 occasionally. And by that, I mean these PvP season goals over here, where you get them like 45 at a time. But all other immortals you only ever get by a divisible by 0 number, like 10, 20, 50, and so forth. Message above from Isabel. Wait, what did Isabel mention? You can also take the chicken out on the map as your pet. Oh, that is really cool. Because I don't have any pet in that game, so now we have a pet chicken. The best in slot pet for sure. Oh, we're 100% going to need to do that then. Alright, what were we doing? PvP's completed. Oh yeah, just Volkeys now, right? Okay, let's go hand out another code, and we'll hand out a code for every good drop then. Here you guys go. Alright, let's go and get some battles. We'll just use standard quick kill team. Is Alabaster Knight available in Hellcrag Delve yet? Hellcrag Delve. What do you mean by Hellcrag Delve? Hellcrag Delve. You think Pharaoh Kafru needs nerfing? His explosion seems so OP in PvP. It is pretty strong. One way to deal with it, though, is just to stun him. He has no immunity to stun or anything like that. So if you just plop a stun on him, you're good to go. He doesn't have any, well, he doesn't dying, but he doesn't really have any, like, important immunities. So you just throw a single stun on him and he does nothing. His ability's pretty lackluster, especially under AI control. So you stun him once and you just auto-win against him. It's one of the reasons why you see us using him so often on easier battles. Because he's actually really, really vulnerable compared to Takshaka and a few others. He's really easy to make completely irrelevant. But on battles where you don't have to deal with anything strong, like a battle like this, he's best in slot for mana accumulation. But in more PvP-like situations, he's really counterable, so normally Takshaka is better. This Takshaka can hold its own a lot better than Pharaoh can, while still being pretty decent mana. Yeah, if you just go Obsidian, you get 4 times stun if you have him. You can also go Elementalist and just get a lucky stun or 2. Is Alabaster Knight available in Obsidian Depths? Still not sure what you mean by that. Like, you mean obtaining it? Because that one Immortal we got is only from the, all the Immortals are only from the Burning Chest drop table. There's not any other way to get them other than the PvP Burning Chest. Oh, Alabaster Knight. Never mind. Is that a different troop I'm thinking of? Oh, yeah. Would he be in drop table by now? Let's see. Which one is this? This is one of the old faction troops. I'm not sure if he is yet. If he's 2 behind or 1 behind. Because, yeah, I'm missing a lot of those right now just because I generally skip that event and just get them later down the line. But all of them should be in drop table other than whatever the most recent one was. I forget which one the most recent one was, though. But otherwise, every single one of them should be in drop table now. How long do you think a new set of dragons using Dragonite will be out to know if you'll be able to get enough Dragonite by then? Oh, it's a good while. It's definitely no time this year, that's for sure. And based on when Flower Dragons came in, it's like late October at the earliest of next year before we get another set. Like summer of next year at the absolute earliest. But no, we got a good year before they come in. Like bare minimum 9 months, if not longer. We just got the Flower Dragons not that long ago. And they tend to divide at least a year in between. Technically, if they were to do it exactly a year out, that'd be like, what? Technically April? So it could be closer to like 7-ish months. But I don't think the new set of dragons are in the spoiler threads or anything like that yet. And the Flower Dragons were in the files like almost a half a year ahead of time. But no, you still have plenty of time to get Dragonite. We have at bare minimum like 6 to 12 Vault Event weekends before next set of next set of Dragonite Dragons come into the game. The only problem is next set of Dragonite Dragons might be 600 each if they keep going with the theme. Or I mean 650. That's hello Outlander! Welcome, welcome. Because so far they've increased it by 50 gems every time. Or 50 Dragonite, I mean. So it's gone from, you know, 500 to 550 to 600. So if they keep going with that trend, the next set will be 650 each. But they could also go the inverse direction and go back to like 500 or something. Ooh, we got one. Orb of Glory. Standard silver one. That's one of the better drops. Here you guys go. We'll hand out a code for every good drop. And there's a silver glory. Now we'll keep going. Not as good as a gold glory, but I still consider it a good one. It's one of those that helps at maxing out every mythic and legend in the game. One of the few things we can still get that are really useful. One of like less than a dozen resources in the game that we still need. We have basically a 10% chance every major orb that we get something that isn't useless. Those resources being Power Orb at 1%, Pet Orb at 1%, Gold Glory at 2%, and Silver Glory at 3%. Are the only things from the orb that are any value at all. The other 90% is just all stuff we already have maxed out, so it won't really do anything. I guess except for purple orbs. Purple orbs technically help eventually if we somehow run out of like every key in existence. Because we somehow run out of our gigantic reserves of keys, we could then dip into seal keys. But with our current numbers, that is pretty much never going to happen. That is exceedingly unlikely. Given that we basically have enough for the rest of the time. Like, we could not play at all for the next, like, 5 years and we still wouldn't run out of keys. It's kind of insane how many surplus of keys we have. That's kind of how they set up the system so that newer players can end up catching up. There's all those drop tables like Seal drop table, Glory key drop table, Gem key drop table, even Epic Vault key or VIP key thing. They're a really, really wide drop table. So when you already have most things and you're just trying to find a few things, it's about the same difficulty as just getting absolutely everything max simultaneously. Oh, wow! We got Gold Glory. Nice, we get the full set. Well, technically we didn't get the bronze, but the bronze doesn't matter. What's hello, Defiant? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that's a really nice pickup right there. Nice and shiny. At this rate, we might get one of every single good one. Any other really, really good one we haven't seen is Pet Orb. The only problem is half its drop table is consumed by Power Orb's 1%. So even though the small orb has a 2% chance for Pet Orb, the bigger orb only has a 1%. As Power Orb blocks the other 1% on the major orb.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Let's see, what is the text pull at? Like it and hate it's almost even. And neutral is actually the lowest one, oddly enough.
Mana surge.
Also, they still haven't fixed that, like, completely going out of that screen when you mash click issue. As Ron mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys still have any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. We'll pretty much just keep going until we open every last vault key then. It's pretty much the game plan for the rest of the stream. And I'll basically be the entire week completed other than Vault Event weekend. Because it's a pretty team week event-wise this week. Until next week where we have literally everything going on. There's one thing I wish they would always balance a little bit better, though they never do. They have weeks where basically nothing happens, followed by weeks where they'll have like 7 different events at once. And next week we have like 4 different things at once. But at least we have Vault Event Weekend, so there is something at least. Yeah, there were actually, what originally wasn't going to be a Vault Weekend that weekend, but because Guild War got moved, the Vault Event Weekend got moved to this week. Because originally it was going to be Guild War this week, but they had to delay it by a week due to the patch being slightly later. Because, of course, originally the patch was going to be last month, but they had to move it to early this month. Also, we're getting really close to 9.0. And there is a good chance the 9.0 update's going to be that big monolith thingy or whatever they mentioned that will really change up how you end up playing the game. We don't know for sure if that's going to definitely be 9.0, but they were talking about it as early as like last year. Or almost like a whole year up from there. I keep forgetting what they end up calling it. But it's going to be bringing in some interesting mechanics, with the most noteworthy one being, assuming 9.0 is that patch. But the most interesting one is it might finally kill extra turn meta. We'll have to see exactly what it does, but it might finally be the counter you need to make extra turn spam and free spam not so annoying. It would also counter quite a few other things, but that would probably be the main thing it would be used for, is to counter infinite turn looping. Yeah, we should have at least 3 more patches this year. 8.9 being the next one. 9.0 likely being the one that really changes up the meta quite a bit. And then like one more before the holiday at like mid-December. Which means the really big patch is like late October or November then. How many Volkies are we down to? Well, these starters so strong. We haven't been getting as much lately. Started really well, though. Still got 17 left. Still can pull one more big drop. Citric is not it, though. Do you think they'll ever create any new guild shield and background looking things? They haven't done another one of those in a very long time. Pretty much ever since the trophy change. They haven't added any new ones. And that was like several years back at this point. I would love to see more cosmetics for the game, particularly for Hero. Since you tend to use it on most teams anyways. It's something they've always been pretty light on in the game. They added a little bit for 1 year when they did all this holiday event stuff. But beyond that, we haven't really gotten much. What I'm really hoping for is more repeatable content. We haven't gotten a patch that gave anything worth grinding infinitely for a very, very, very long time. A lot of patches that generally add stuff to grind are really time-gatey. Most notably Underspire. In that it's like, you know, like almost like a whole year grind to go and end up getting everything from it. Which I think we're already past a year and we still don't have everything. Though I've also hasn't been doing the daily every single time. But I haven't really been doing anything infinitely grindable in a very long time. Last time I can even recall something that was infinitely grindable, like day one of a patch, that was actually worth doing, was basically metals back in 2019, like late 2019. I don't feel like we've had a patch since then that has really had something like that. So hello, Chris! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Alright, 5 keys left. And we gotta restock this weekend then. Hey, what's the final poll at? Let's go end it here. Let's see. It was at 45% like it, 35% hate it, and 20% neutral. Is where the poll ended up. For the new text change. Alright, the final key. Yep, you too, Ron. Hope you have a wonderful week. Let's see. Do we get anything? No. A couple of knick-knack stuff, but nothing substantial. Where'd you get the soul drop from him, oddly enough? Which is kind of funny, because his soul drop is actually worse than the best soul drop you can get from a soul gnome. But that appears to be everything. Alright, there we go. Under Spire, we also did everything as well, though I'm probably just going to do the free battles this week, dungeon, PP dailies. Yeah, that seems to be everything then. But yeah, we'll do a stream this Friday then and just do a little bit of alt grind on that day. Beyond that, not sure if I'll be streaming any other day this week, we'll see. Maybe I'll throw one Palia stream in there because it seems like they're getting a big patch sometime this week. So maybe I'll do that with Isabel, Genki, and whoever else. If Cookie's around. Maybe, I'm not for sure on that though. Because there's a few other things I need to do throughout the week. But if I do have some spare time, I will go check it out and everything. But other than that, as far as Gems of War, we'll have next Friday's Vault Grind. Obviously next Monday and a week from now is standard weekly event. And then Thursday to Sunday of next week, Guild Wars. Because of course we will be streaming as we always do every single day of Guild Wars. And this is the first Guild Wars since all the changes they made. But also most noteworthy, the best restriction since the new Guild Wars system is the restriction of red. So we have access to Wand of Stars, we have access to Tesla, we have access to Flower Dragon, we have access to Stellarix, we have access to Angry Mob, we have access to like a billion different things that can mass mana accumulate. We have access to Takshaka. It's going to be a really interesting Guild War because this is by far the most power we've had for any Guild War in the new system. So offensively, it should be pretty free compared to a lot of other Guild Wars. Like compared to like Stryx restriction last time around. This is a very, very strong restriction compared to anything else we've had. Like compared to Broken Spire or Stryx or, you know, anything else we've had recently. This is very, very, very strong in comparison. Able to use an entire color, which includes colored weapons, of course. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. It's basically like old Guild War system where you had to set, like, you know, 6 different color teams. It's basically just red Guild War. Just against slightly different defend teams. They're still going to be countering red teams, of course. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by as always. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. And, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.